Well, we have seen drag queen story hours popping up across America in community centers, public libraries, elementary schools, and now even military bases. During yesterday's House Armed Services Committee hearing, Congressman Matt Gaetz confronted Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin about this very fact and the funding for those events.
How much taxpayer money should go to fund drag queen story hours on military bases?
You know, drag queen story hours is not something that the department funds.
Well, wait a second. That's actually not what the record seems to suggest. You were going to fund one at Ramstein Air Force Base. That one got canceled, but that's DOD insignia. That's a drag queen story hour for children. Then also at Malmstrom Air Force Base outside of Great Falls, Montana, you had a drag queen story hour for kids. Who funded these things, Mr. Secretary?
Listen, drag shows are not something that the Department of Defense supports or funds.
Oh, well, who paid the bill then? It didn't end there. After that exchange, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Mark Milley, made this stunning admission that he was unaware of these certain events taking place.
Can I get copies of those? Because I'd like to take a look at those myself, actually. Take a look and find out what actually is going on there, because that's the first I'm hearing about that kind of stuff. I don't read those news stories. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd like to take a look at those because I don't agree with those.
Well, they're now in the official record.
Shouldn't be happening. Period.
Thank you. Thank you for that admission.
So the secretary says he doesn't believe in that. And then the General Milley says, I don't know about it. I don't believe in it. It took money to put those events on. So where's the mystery purse?
The mystery purse is not a mystery. It's there. They know it is. And this is the problem that we have in the Pentagon right now in looking at this issue. This was an issue probably no one was going to come up, and that's the best answer you could give. I mean, you don't go to the Capitol Hill and have these hearings and not have an idea of what something that's going to be answered. And the answer, though, just shows this incredulous viewpoint that why are you asking about this? In a time in which, you know, this is undercutting for everything from our recruitment to everything else, and now you're asking about something that's frankly inappropriate with tax dollars on a base like this, and that's your answer, that you really didn't know about it? You know, that really questions what else do you not know about that's going on some of our bases, and we see that across the country.
Emily, how do we, gosh, this is tough. How do you show people from different walks of life that they are respected without jeopardizing the fabric of what we know the military is about? And that is readiness. And if you haven't guessed it yet, China would really love for us to be focused on issues that don't have anything about getting ready for war.
Amen. This is a reprehensible use of our tax dollars, and it is shocking and unconscionable to me that we are exposing our military families to this, and here's why. Just a few months ago, we know, not for the first time, we've learned that across bases across our country, this government and the American people, by proxy of our tax dollars, are forcing our soldiers and their families to live in unsanitary conditions, infested with mold, with high cancer and toxic rates, unsanitary, unlivable, it was called, by members of Senate and Congress. We know that some even live below the poverty line. That's why amazing charities like the United States Veterans Corps have toy drives for soldiers' family. Yeah. They gather food for soldiers' families. We know that training accidents are rampant. We just lost 9 soldiers in a 2-helicopter crash last night, a Navy SEAL the other week, and this is what we're subjecting the families to. This is what the administration is signaling their priorities are. Not safety on the home front, not stability of the families, not safety in Afghanistan, by the way. This is an abomination.
So Shannon, when you look at this is not a situation where they were having a Pride Day, LGBT plus whatever support, so on and so forth. This was a drag queen story hour. And there has been this movement across the country with parents saying, can we look at the ages of some of the, projected audience members at some of these things? I grew up on a base. I mean, if there's something going on with the military, everybody shows up. Every street in that military neighborhood comes coming. I mean, it's like, okay, and there's food. Right? We get excited about that. I'm just wondering, where would this be appropriate, and why can't they find that lane to do it in?
Yeah, and I think that a couple of things are what set this off for people, that there are kids involved, that this would have been targeted at families or kids, and that there would be taxpayer dollars involved. Because if they're going to sit there in Washington, I'm in the middle of hearing this every day, there's nothing we can cut. They're fighting about everything. There's nothing we can negotiate over. I bet you if you had Democrats and Republicans take a vote on this kind of spending specifically for something aimed at children on a military base with U.S. dollars, you'd get a lot of no votes on both sides of the aisle. So it opens up a lot of questions. At the same time, you've got the Air Force Secretary out there saying, wake up. We have these enormous challenges. He is terrified of what's happening in the nuclear program in China.
Yes.
And he says it's the worst thing he's seen in 50 years. They are upping their nuclear arsenal. And like you said, I think China loves it when we get distracted about these kinds of things. And they want to see us fighting about this and spending military time and effort on this kind of thing instead of worrying about their nuclear arsenal.
Absolutely. They may be behind us a little bit in technology, maybe 10 or 15 years, but when it comes to the size of just their Navy and just their Air Force, those two, they're catching up mightily fast. Kayleigh.
Yeah, to that point, Russia's redrawing the map right now. Iran is within 12 days of having material to create a nuclear bomb. That testimony was eye-opening from the head of the Air Force. In addition to that, China is creating new axes as it normalizes relations between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And what are we doing? Drag shows on military bases. You know what's happening around the world? I believe Putin sees that, he laughs. Xi sees that, he laughs. Kim Jong-un sees that, he laughs. Khamenei sees that, he laughs. I believe we are being laughed at, and it's unfortunate because we have the best military in the entire world. They are heroes what they do, and dictators are laughing at us as they see our priorities.
I saw you reacting to something that Shannon was saying. I want to give you a last moment.
Well, I think one of the things that goes back to what we talked about in the very first part, and this is, this administration and others are trying to impose their agenda that everything is normal, that it's okay, that we want, and again, pressing this, and we see it in military. We spent more time, a lot of times, and I'm frankly from a military perspective, doing things other than, and I'll just leave it at that, the military side, because of agendas of diversity and everything else. Everybody ought to be treated equally. That's what the military is about. The same uniform, the same, right. We fight the same country. This is a problem, and you hit it perfectly.
I guarantee you that if an enemy points a gun at your head, you're not going to be checking to see if the ESG program with the military is doing okay on that particular day.
No.
Right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Can you shoot?
Can you shoot?
Can you shoot?
Simply.
Yeah, that's the question.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.